Welcome to Cosmic Current. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel. Let's dive into the video on Palawan, Western Philippines. A massive new military base is rising, funded and built with US support. Its location in Quezon is no accident, just 160 miles from the volatile Second Thomas Shoal in the South China Sea. For years, Philippine naval forces were too far east to respond quickly to threats in these contested waters. Now, with this base, fast assault boats can reach flashpoints in just 15 minutes, a game-changer for regional security. The facility will house at least 5 naval vessels and serve as a hub for joint US-Philippine operations and training. This marks a major shift in the Philippines' defense posture, signaling a renewed commitment to protecting vital sea lanes and upholding international law. For Palawan's communities, the base brings jobs and development, but also places them at the center of a high-stakes rivalry. The soldiers stationed here now carry the burden of defending national sovereignty on the front line. More than concrete and steel, this base is a symbol of resolve and a modernized alliance. The world is watching. What happens here will shape Southeast Asia's security for decades. The backbone of this military expansion is the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA. EDCA allows the U.S. to rotate troops and build new facilities at select Philippine bases, without permanent American bases. In 2023, the number of EDCA sites jumped from 5 to 9, a direct response to rising regional threats. Some new sites are in northern Luzon, close to Taiwan, reflecting shared concerns about potential conflict spillover. U.S. investment is modernizing runways, storage, and troop housing, including the new Palawan Naval Facility. This isn't just about hardware, it's about building Philippine capacity for defense, disaster response, and regional security. The expanded EDCA means more frequent complex joint exercises, deepening military cooperation. After years of uncertainty, the alliance is now stronger than ever, with both nations sharing responsibility for a stable Indo-Pacific. This partnership is now the cornerstone of their defense strategy in a complicated region. Through EDCA, the US and Philippines are forging a more resilient, integrated alliance. Palawan's new base is just one piece of a nationwide effort to upgrade Philippine military facilities. Driven by concerns over China's actions, the Philippines is modernizing bases from Subic Bay to Mindanao, creating a network for rapid response. Subic Bay, once a U.S. naval base, is being transformed into a major Philippine Navy hub, while Balabac Island near Mischief Reef is becoming a joint air and naval base. U.S. funding supports upgrades like boat repair facilities and unmanned vessel maintenance, ensuring readiness. Decentralizing forces and placing them near flashpoints allows for faster reaction to threats. The goal, a series of forward operating bases supporting patrols in the West Philippine Sea and Philippine Rise. This ambitious strategy aims to secure the nation's sovereignty amid growing external pressures. Alongside new bases, joint US-Philippine military exercises are reaching unprecedented scale and complexity. Drills like Salaknib and Balikatan, part of Operation Pathways, prepare both forces for real-world scenarios, including potential Taiwan conflict spillover. The U.S. has deployed advanced missile systems like Tomahawk and SM-6, and Marine Corps anti-ship launchers to northern Luzon, boosting deterrence. The partnership is also embracing unmanned technology. Drones and surface vessels now patrol Philippine waters, providing intelligence without risking lives. A $95 million annual initiative is delivering these systems, with the Philippines as a top recipient. US-made unmanned boats like the Mantas T-12 and Devil Ray T-38 are already in use, equipped with advanced sensors and satellite links. On the battlefield, 3D printers are producing drones and spare parts, making the alliance more agile and self-sufficient. These innovations reduce supply delays and keep equipment mission-ready. By combining advanced weaponry, unmanned systems, and rapid innovation, the US and Philippines are building a modern, flexible defense partnership. The message is clear: the allies are ready to defend the region from any aggression. This technological edge is reshaping the future of Philippine defense. The Philippines' military buildup is a direct response to China's increasingly aggressive actions in the South China Sea. Chinese Coast Guard and maritime militia have harassed Filipino vessels, escalating from standoffs to violent confrontations. A turning point came in June 2024, when Chinese ships rammed Philippine boats at Second Thomas Shoal, injuring a sailor. In response, the Philippines formed Task Force Ayungin, with U.S. intelligence support, to protect resupply missions. China's deployment of its massive monster ship to Scarborough Shoal in 2025 was a clear act of intimidation. These moves are part of a broader strategy to assert control over the South China Sea, ignoring international law. The threat isn't just at sea. Philippine forces are now preparing for possible conflict over Taiwan. With US backing, the Philippines is forced to prepare for the worst in an increasingly volatile region. For decades, the Philippine military focused on internal threats, insurgencies and terrorism. But China's pressure in the West Philippine Sea has forced a historic pivot to external territorial defense. The military is now investing in warships, fighter jets, and missile systems, shifting from jungle warfare to high-tech maritime and air operations. The strategic basing plan calls for 28 forward operating bases near contested waters, aiming for completion by 2040. Filipino troops are training for modern warfare, learning to operate advanced systems and coordinate with US forces. The mission has changed, from patrolling villages to defending national territory and vital resources. Public support for a stronger military is growing as the nation recognizes the stakes: sovereignty, pride, and economic survival. The shift requires new skills, new mindsets, and a national consensus for tough decisions. This transformation is reshaping the armed forces and the country's future. The Philippines is building a credible external defense force for a new era. New bases, advanced weapons, and a revitalized US-Philippine alliance are reshaping Southeast Asia's security landscape. These moves aim to deter Chinese aggression and uphold international law, but they also risk escalating tensions. China sees the increased US presence as a threat, raising the danger of a cycle of action and reaction. The risk of miscalculation is real. Careful diplomacy and communication are essential to prevent conflict. For Southeast Asia, a stronger Philippines offers both reassurance and new challenges, as nations weigh security against economic ties to China. A capable, allied Philippines could inspire regional cooperation and collective security. The ultimate goal: a stable balance where no single power dominates by force. The stakes are high, for fishermen, global trade, and the rules-based order. The future depends on whether today's actions lead to conflict or cooperation. What happens in Palawan will help decide the fate of peace in Southeast Asia.